This is the Look Back Wrestling Show, and I'm your host, Ali Zakka. Alright guys, you know what this is, the Look Back Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Ali Zakka. Now let's go ahead and jump into this week's Raw and Smackdown. So, Raw opens up here with John Cena coming out talking about WrestleMania, how if he doesn't win at Elimination Chamber, he don't think he'll have another WrestleMania moment. He doesn't think he'll make it to WrestleMania, which is hogwash. You're lying, Cena. You will have a WrestleMania moment. Don't think you're not going to get there. You will get there. But anyway, Cena saying he doesn't have that moment. Then he get interrupted by The Miz. And then Cena's like, all right. And they get like a little back and forth, talking this and that. And Cena's like, okay, Miz, get all this talk. Let's see if you can back it up. And also, let's make it a little more on the line here. A little more stipulation on the line. The winner of this match, well, I guess the loser of this match comes in first at the Elimination Chamber. Okay. But The Miz is like, I won't accept that offer. And then The Miz beats down Cena, and he's like, now I accept it, pretty much. And as he have to get the ref to come out there, Kurt Angle comes out and says, no, we're not going to start Raw off like this, but we will have this match. However, Miz get out the ring. You're eliminated from the ringside. The match is a pretty good match. Cena and Miz have a pretty solid match. They go back and forth. The Miz kicked out the AA, and then he tries to set Cena up for a skull crusher finale, a super skull crusher finale on the top rope, and John Cena reverses it and turns that into a super AA. My whole thought was, why do people keep putting John Cena on the top rope? They know he would do this super attitude adjustment from the top. Let's not put him up there. Let's keep him on the ground. But Cena wins, and The Miz will have to come in first at the Elimination Chamber. And also, one thing I look at my notes here, one thing I did think I was watching this, I was like, oh, John Cena used the yes lock. He used the yes lock on The Miz. I was like, wait a minute, did John Cena just do that? But he did. He used the yes lock on The Miz. Nobody really reacted to it, and The Miz didn't tap. And I was like, this is how the WrestleMania match should have been. That's one thing I wrote down in my notes. The WrestleMania match years ago, this is how that match should have been. This is how that Cena-Miz match should have been, but The Miz was nowhere near where he was at today. So, but the match now could have been actually had a WrestleMania match last year, but their first WrestleMania encounter. But the match last night, or I guess the match Monday night, was definitely WrestleMania worthy to me, if not a Big Four pay-per-view worthy, without all the shenanigans. The club cut promo with some words on it, and they had a narrative meter on there, and I'm over the stuff. At this point, I'm like looking at the graphics on the screen. I'm just getting bored with it. I'm like, okay. And it's probably not towards me. Don't forget, this is PG, so it's also geared towards kids. And the kids might love it. The youth might love the words on the screen, the graphics on the screen. So, I don't know. It is what it is. But anyway, the club had a match against the Revival. The Revival jumps the club before the match. And the Revival ended up beating the club in a match. Then Kurt Angle comes out and do a few announcements. He announces that Ronda Rousey will be at Elimination Chamber. She's going to sign her contract. He also announced that Jason Jordan, won't be at WrestleMania, and the crowd cheers for that. And I was like, that's super tragic. Super tragic. And then Seth Rollins comes out and says, I want a shot at, for WrestleMania, and I want a shot to compete for the title. And Kurt's like, I'm not going to just give you the match at WrestleMania, and says I don't want a match at WrestleMania. I want to be put into the Fatal 4-Way match tonight for the last person to be entered into the Elimination Chamber. And Kurt's like, well, it's not up to me, it's up to the crowd. And anytime he adds the crowd's going to chant yeah. So Seth Rollins will be put into the Fatal 4-Way match, making it a Fatal 5-Way match against Apollo Crews, Broken Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt, and Finn Balor. Then you get Sasha versus Bayley, which to me is a WrestleMania match. This match should be a WrestleMania. I'm liking how the women matches the last couple of nights have been WrestleMania caliber matches. Asuka versus Sasha, Asuka versus Bayley, Bayley versus Sasha. And they go back and forth, and Bayley gets the win with the super Bayley to belly off the top rope. And as, Bayley reached her hand, give her hand out for Sasha to shake her hands. We're good, right? We're good. Nia Jax comes out and attacks both of them and says, she's the most dominant women in the business and this and that. And nobody's ready for Nia. Asuka, get ready because you're not ready for Nia. I guess that doesn't sound right. But you know what I'm saying. Nia Jax pretty much said, Asuka, you're next. Goldberg style. Couple more backstage segments. Then you get Absolution versus Mickie James, Alexa Bliss. Mandy got the win on Mickie. And Paige is the manager. I know you can't wrestle. I love it. But as Absolution trying to beat down Mickie James, Alexa Bliss comes up and like fights off, well, pretty much run off Absolution. And to me, I'm just wondering, like, we're going to get Paige's voice. Is Paige going to talk about something, like pump her people up? Like, is she going to be the mouthpiece for Absolution? Because she needs to talk more. We need to hear Paige be that mouthpiece for Absolution and just put Absolution over. And I don't know. There's not like a dual title, like a tag team for the women's division. If there was a tag team belt, this would be perfect. Perfect. The next segment here is probably my favorite segment for the whole week. It was Elias Simpson, who wants to walk with Elias, out on the ring, giving like a song about how he's gonna beat everybody in the Elimination Chamber, just running them all down. And then the announcer, I think it's JoJo, she goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, Braun Strowman." And Elias stops, look at the stage, and you see Braun Strowman sitting there staring at Elias. Then he gets up, walks away, comes back with his giant double bass, and starts playing the guitar. And starts singing, actually. It was hilarious. He started singing, and the stringing the guitar breaks. So Braun's like, okay. And he just starts singing about how Elias about to get these hands. And how everybody else gonna get these hands. And Elias is like, oh gosh. So Braun gets up to the ring with the giant double bass, walks to the ring, and him and Elias get into it. Elias hit Braun with the guitar, but he doesn't, because Braun stares him down, gets a running power slam. Sorry about that. And then Elias is like crawling away. And as Elias crawling away, Braun looks up at Elias. Elias is like almost halfway up the ramp. He takes the double bass, walks up the ramp, and just smashes Elias with it. Like, boom. And it shatters. And one of the funniest things is Corey Graves on commentary. Corey goes, he's like, "I'm smiling so hard I can't even talk." Because he does not like Elias. But, yeah, I don't know. Braun's great. I didn't mind Braun with a giant guitar. I didn't mind it. It reminds me of when Kane would do funny comedy bits. But you can still take him as serious back then, in a way. Take Kane as a serious opponent. And I like that Braun has like a little bit of comedy moments here and there where he's still a threat. But at the same time, he knows how to play. Like, he can, what's the word I'm looking for? Match his opponents. Like, he can go one-on-one with Elias Sampson with the whole who wants to walk with Elias bit. The whole cake when he's backstage and look at the cake and just take a bite of it like a normal human being would, like, I don't know, I'm on this rampage, I'm hungry. Okay. It keeps walking off. Like, just little stuff like that. Or with the grappling hook, which is kind of cartoonish, where he throws a grappling hook, pulls it down. Like, it adds layers of Braun Strowman that you don't get with other characters, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Roman Reigns versus Sheamus. Yeah, that's my reaction to it. I don't care much for Roman. I don't care much for Sheamus. Like, I like Sheamus. I like them as people. I like them as wrestlers. But this kind of match, like, Sheamus and Cesaro, when they had matches against the Shield, that was a cool match. Like, seeing Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, like, against them. But against Roman, like, Roman's style to me is not a entertaining style, I should say. Like, The Miz. Like, I like The Miz, but his style to me is a slow-paced kind of match. Roman Reigns is similar to me. Like, he works a slower-paced match, and I'm just not really a fan of that. Sheamus is kind of the same way. They both work slower-paced match, and then you throw Cesaro in there who can pick the speed up. I don't know, I like more of a fast-paced match, and the match was solid. Like, they went back and forth, but I just wasn't really a fan of it. And Roman Reigns won. Maybe because I knew who the outcome. I don't know. And then you get the finale, the Fatal 5-Way match, the main event. And this match had time to breathe. Everybody had the shots in. Matt Hardy got some stuff in. Bray Wyatt got some stuff in. Apollo Crews really got some stuff in. He got time to shine against Seth Rollins. I'm like, give Apollo Crews a belt. IC belt. Make him shine. Let Apollo Crews fly. Please give him more airtime. He's so great. Like, I love Apollo Crews. Just, you got to as well why that's his mouthpiece. You don't need Apollo to talk that much. Like, let Titus do all the talking. Like, Titus be his manager. Great. Go for it. He's the prize fighter. Like, run with this, WWE. Run with it. But, yeah, I'm also glad to see Apollo Crews getting the main event. And I thought he was going to be the one to take the pin, but he didn't. So the finish of the match was weird because Apollo Crews was on top. He was going for a move, and he gets hit by, was it Matt? Matt Hardy attacks Apollo Crews as who was on Seth Rollins on the ground, and Apollo Crews about to go for like a standing moonsault or a moonsault off the top rope or something, but he gets attacked by Matt Hardy, I believe, and he's fighting off Matt, who's, I believe this was Matt. Okay, it wasn't Bray, and it wasn't Finn, but he's fighting off Matt, and Matt gets tossed out by Bray Wyatt, and Bray Wyatt gets in there trying to start attacking Apollo. Apollo kind of fights him off, but then gets beat down by Bray. And as Bray's about to suplex him off the top rope, you get Rollins and Finn Balor comes in. They do like a Tower of Doom where everybody slams each other down. Well, I guess not everybody, but Finn and Seth like pretty much power slams Wyatt off the top rope, while Wyatt like pretty much suplexes Apollo, knocking out Apollo, and Finn and Seth both pin Wyatt at the same time. So we have a conclusion where there's two winners. And then that's how Raw ends. It ends like that, and then you find out later that night that Rollins and Balor are going to be added to the Elimination Chamber, making a 7-man Elimination Chamber for the first time ever. And I'm excited for Elimination Chamber. I'm excited to see this. I'm excited for it. So SmackDown opens up in Bakersfield, California. I actually had to Google that location because the whole night they kept saying, "That's it, California. Oh, California." They didn't say like, "Oh, Bakersfield," or "See you later, Bakersfield." They didn't say anything about the city. They just said the state, and I was like, thought it was kind of odd. But it was in Bakersfield, California, and it opens up in a unique way. So it opens up the match, which the winner of this match gets put into the triple threat match at Fastlane and become a fatal 4-way. And that match between Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin. And for one, they point out Dolph Ziggler's new entrance. I don't like the entrance because it starts off with the needle scratch, and Dolph Ziggler walks out, and then plays his song, which it should be reversed. It should play his song, Dolph Ziggler walks out, then needle scratch, and Dolph Ziggler walks to the ring in silence. That's how it should be. But no, it doesn't. But anyway, they probably get that fixed, hopefully. But anyway, so Dolph Ziggler's out in the ring. He's waiting for Baron Corbin to show up. Baron Corbin's theme song plays. Nothing happened. If theme song plays again, nothing happens. They look backstage, and Zayn and Kevin Owens are beating down Baron Corbin and just giving him a beating. And he knocked Baron Corbin out. And then they go out to the ring. And like, we got one more. They walk out to the ring, and they see Dolph Ziggler. My thought is, Dolph, get a chair. Get a chair. You got to defend yourself. Get a chair. No. Sami Zayn goes into the crowd as Kevin Owens walks down the ring, and as they're walking down the ring, walking to the ring simultaneously, Dolph Ziggler goes into the crowd, start attacking Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens runs out and starts attacking Dolph Ziggler. They beat down Dolph Ziggler. Baron Corbin comes back out. He gets beat down as well, and they're like, "We did it. There's nobody gonna get our match," which leads to Shane McMahon talking to Daniel and say, "Well, no, if this happens, we can't have this happen. We're gonna make it where Baron Corbin will face Kevin Owens, and Dolph Ziggler face Sami Zayn. And if Baron Corbin wins and Dolph Ziggler wins, they get added to the match at Fastlane." Okay. And then after the chaos ensues and that quiets down, you get Charlotte versus Sarah Logan, which this match here got a lot of time. A lot of time. Like, Sarah Logan got chances to shine. She still got a lot of work to do, in my opinion. Like, she didn't really pop the crowd and really any moves, but then again, we're also just not getting used to the Wyatt Squad. And maybe the Wyatt Squad actually does something, but at this point, they're getting beat by Charlotte. But Sarah Logan, I will give her this. She can sell because she got hit with a natural selection and she sold that to the moon. Like, my gosh, it looked like it hurt because the way she sold it, which that's great. Like, I'm like, oh, that's a little bright spot for Sarah Logan there, and hopefully she get a bigger push. But my thing is with Sarah and Liv Morgan, Ruby Riot's always good. She's gonna be good. She had the Riot Squad. She has a name and everything. She's gonna be okay. Like, She could get a championship and be okay. But those two, Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan, I'm curious what they're going to do with their characters after the Riot Squad disband. Because there's not really nothing else they can do. They're the top heels on SmackDown right now, which is weird because you still got Lana, Natalya, Tamina, Carmella. So maybe Carmella and Liv Morgan teamed up. They're similar characters. After that, you get the next match in a way is the next match on the show will be Baron Corbin versus Kevin Owens, and Baron Corbin wins. They had a good time, went back and forth, but Baron Corbin got the win, and people were clapping, standing up, and also I was wondering to this point, I was like, they're two heels, so who do we really root for? Like, do we want to see Baron Corbin in the match? No, but Kevin Owens can't really win, can he? Had to beat him down earlier. Like, they got to get some kind of revenge. And Baron Corbin ended up winning, so he's now injected into the match. So it's a fatal 4-way up to this point. We'll see what happens later in the show. They get the U.S. Open Challenge. So Bobby Roode comes out, and he's like, this is a U.S. Open Challenge, but I want to call out one person, and that is Randy Orton. So Randy Orton comes down, they're about to go at it. Then Jinder Mahal, the modern-day Maharaja, comes out, and he interrupts them, saying, like, you know what, Randy, you're ranked number 9th in top 10, and you've been here for 13 years. You're ranked number 9th. You should be ashamed, this and that. And for a moment, I'm thinking, hold on, has it really been 13 years? I thought Cena and Randy Orton been together since 2002. I don't think it's 13 years. Matter of fact, let me Google that. Yeah, all right, 16 years. So he's been in WWE for 16 years, and Jinder Mahal said 13 years. You're wrong on that, Jinder. It probably 13. I know he has 13 world championships. Let me see. 4-time world heavyweight champion, 9-time WWE champion, so 13 times there. Yeah, so he's a 13-time champion, and he's been in WWE for 16 years. So Jinder got that wrong, and I wonder why Randy Orton didn't correct him on that, because he's probably thinking to himself, like, he just messed up. Because Randy is known, like, for calling people out, so he probably sitting there thinking, like, Jinder messed up. Jinder, I've been here a lot longer than 13 years, my fella. But yeah, so it's pretty much Jinder's coming out and bring out these points about how Roode is ranked higher on the top 10. So it's a whole top 10 spot, and Jinder's talking about them, and Bobby goes, but one, Randy, we put your number 9 because you keep RKO everybody out of nowhere. We're tired of it. And Jinder, you're not even on the top 10 list, so why are you bringing this up? And Jinder gets so upset about it. And Randy's like, so you guys are tired of me? Like, Randy's like, so you guys put me at number 9 because you're tired of this? And like, he just RKO Samir or one of the Singh brothers. And then, as he tried to like go after Jinder Mahal, Bobby Roode started attacking, or Jinder started attacking Randy, and Bobby Roode attacks Jinder, and then something broke. Anyway, I forgot who fought who, but it all broke out. So sorry about that, guys. It all broke out. Ending with Jinder Mahal standing tall. He gave a coloss to Bobby, then he gave a coloss to Randy, and he ended up standing tall. Yeah, I take a little Wikipedia journey there. But yeah, I don't get that. Why did he mess that up? Dang it, Jinder. Dang it, Jinder. And then you had the next segment with the New Day. The pancake competition for Big E, which it gets interrupted by Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. And Shelton Benjamin, they go back and forth as one. Gable calls the New Day a joke. And like New Day start messing with their attire, start doing stupid stuff. So you don't take it seriously. They start doing stupid stuff. And at the end of it, dog, Seth Benjamin goes, from now on, we're only eating waffles. And I was like, really? He brought up waffles over pancakes? Okay. I thought that was funny. Anyway, a match breaks out. It's Kofi Kingston and Big E versus Gable and Benjamin. And the match conclusion happens where the referee doesn't see the tag between Gable and Benjamin because Xavier Woods distracting distracting the referee, so they're cheating. So like, wait, the New Day is cheating again? Are they turning heel? In a little bit. But they're cheating again. And this caused Big E to capitalize on the cheating, and they beat Chad Gable with the Midnight Hour, Kofi Kingston, and Big E, and they pull one over the Gable and Benjamin. So the heel and the faces go over with cheating tactics. So I don't know. Eddie Guerrero used to do it. I'm okay with it. It's a new day. That's how they got their chance. This is how they got their way for the first title run. They would cheat to win, and there's heels. But they probably did it to prove a point. Like, hey, we can't be taken seriously. Don't overlook as Gable and Benjamin. And then you have a couple more backstage segments. Ziggler talked a little bit. And then my favorite backstage segment, though, was the Usos talking about how the Uso Penitentiary had nobody's ready for them. They locked down the tag team division. And also the TV, they're talking, and the screen gets hit by two hammers. So there's a TV pretty much that the Bludgeon Brothers watching the segment on. It comes down, and the Bludgeon Brothers just stand there and looking like straight and menacing. So it's leading up to the Usos versus the Bludgeon Brothers. I think the Bludgeon Brothers should win this match at Fastlane. It only makes sense as of right now. And then, yeah, Sami Zayn Owens talk about, Owens let me down, stuff like this. And Sami's like, I'm not going to let you guys down. I'm not going to let me down, not you. This is not about us. This is a one-person thing, the championship for one of us. And Zayn brought up a very cool fact about how Kevin Owens screwed over Chris Jericho. He's like, I'm not the one to screw over. You can't do that to me. And he had Dolph Ziggler versus Sami Zayn, which to me was a good match. They went back and forth for quite a while. I loved it. They got "This is awesome" chant. Like, these two guys are going at it. And that's one thing. Dolph Ziggler can wrestle. I love Dolph Ziggler wrestling. I just wish he got more of a push. I wish he should be a babyface, a stronger babyface. Because his heel persona is just not the greatest, but it is what it is. And they going back and forth like throughout this whole match. And Sami Zayn tried to hit the Haluga kick to finish the match, but he couldn't hit the first time. He tried to hit it again to seal the deal, but as he tried to hit it, he gets caught with a super kick out of nowhere, and Dolph Ziggler get the pin. So Dolph Ziggler is now adding the match. People are on their feet clapping for this match. Like, this is a good match. If you haven't watched this match, go back and watch it, because I thought it was a really good match. And Dolph Ziggler has now been added to the match at Fastlane, so now the Fatal 5-Way. You get AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler, and the winner gets the WWE Championship. So that was SmackDown. My thoughts on these 2 weeks. I think Raw was a better show because of the whole. I just love the. I can't think of his name right now. God dang it, Braun Strowman. I loved it. I love the Braun Strowman match or Braun Strowman set. It was funny. It was a funny part, funny bit. Loved it. And the finishing, finishing came with a little like craziness, but I love how Apollo Crews got some time. I love how Mike Hardy got some time. I love how everybody, that Fatal 5-Way match at the end, I love that match too. It was a good show. And then Sasha versus Bayley, good show. So that's my take on this week's Raw and SmackDown. What did you guys think? Please put in the comment section below. Please like, subscribe, and follow for more content. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Look Back Wrestling Show. See you next time. Keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment in the comment section below, and please subscribe for more episodes of Grind Towards Success, movie breakdowns, or whatever it is that you're watching on my channel. I have different stuff from interviews to other movie reviews to wrestling reviews. If you're a wrestling fan, please subscribe if you want to see all that and see what's going on. Also, you can follow me on Snapchat here. Follow me on Instagram there to see what I'm doing in my personal life as well as my business and Ninja Warrior. And lastly, you can watch the last episode of Grind Towards Success here. You can watch the last episode of movie breakdowns there. Thank you guys once again. I really appreciate it. See you next time. Keep being awesome.